which is the real estate transaction coordination. Throughout this series, I've been guiding you on the path to becoming a virtual assistant. In previous videos, we discussed how to set up your rates, how to find clients, and in this video, I will focus on my own niche, the real estate transaction coordination. Let's first break down what a transaction coordinator is, the responsibilities they carry, and the key differences between being an independent TC versus working in-house. So what is a transaction coordinator? A transaction coordinator, or TC, is someone who assists real estate agents or investors in managing a transaction from the moment it gets under contract all the way to closing, and sometimes even after closing. Transaction coordinators are the organizational backbone that ensures everything runs smoothly, on time, and in compliance. As a TC, you are essentially a virtual assistant with a specific niche in real estate transactions. In this role, you juggle tasks like keeping clients and agents updated on deadlines, communicating with all the parties, which include agents, lenders, escrow officers, and clients. You're also going to be coordinating appointments and showings as needed, managing compliance to ensure everything is broker approved, and in some cases, drafting documents. As you can see, the role of the TC goes beyond paperwork. You are the glue that holds the transaction together. And one of the best parts of this job is that you can customize your services based on your skills, your preferences, and whatever you're legally allowed to do in your own state and under the supervision of your broker if you are licensed. So let's talk what it takes to be a successful TC. So being a TC isn't for everyone. To excel, especially as an independent TC, you need to first be extremely organized. You will juggle multiple files and deadlines, so strong systems are a must. You also need to be detail-oriented. Missing a single deadline could derail the entire transaction. You also have to be great at communication. You gotta be clear, you gotta be professional, and communicating will keep everyone not just informed but aligned. Now, another thing that is very important for a TC is multitasking, or rather being able to prioritize. Well, multitasking can actually be not as good for productivity. Knowing how to prioritize tasks and switch your focus when necessary is absolutely important. Now, you also have to be tech savvy. You will handle a lot of different tools, not just your own tools, but also the tools that your agent or brokerage decide to use. You will also have to be resourceful. This is especially key as a business owner. You won't have a boss or a manager to turn to when a problem arises. So problem solving is a must. And in order to solve problems, you must be proactive and resourceful. That is, extremely important. Another good trait for a TC is to have a growth mindset. You need to shift from an employee mindset to one of a leadership, accountability, and adaptability especially. And here's one more trait. TCs generally love checklist. That satisfying feeling of checking things off a list is real. Here's an easy win for you. Check off subscribe to Cecilia's channel and bonus points if you like the video too. Now let's talk about the two main types of transaction coordinators. In-house TCs are actually employees who work exclusively for brokerages, sales teams, or real estate agent. They enjoy the job security and a steady paycheck, but that has less flexibility and autonomy. Now, independent TCs, these are freelancers or business owners just like myself who work remotely and serve multiple clients. They don't work exclusively for anyone. This path offers freedom, growth potential, and the ability to build your business but it also comes with the responsibility of finding your own clients and managing your workload. Now, please let me know in the comments, were you aware of these two types of TCs? And which one would you prefer to become? I would like to share with you why I choose to be an independent TC. For me, the freedom of being an independent TC totally outweighs the security of being in-house, because I can set my own rates, I can choose my clients, and I can decide where and when I work. And of course, as we just mentioned, these independence come with certain challenge, because as an independent TC, you are responsible for generating leads, for networking, and for marketing your services. But I promise you that with the right mindset, systems, and work ethic, the possibilities for growth are endless. In my TC course, I walk aspiring TCs through the process of launching their business. After all, you are becoming a business owner. I provide guidance on how to set up systems, and I even include downloadable templates to make the process easier, because the reality is that implementation is always the hardest part. So go ahead and check the description below for more information. Now let's talk about challenges and rewards. And as we mentioned already, one of the biggest challenges, at least for me as an independent TC, is finding clients and staying consistent with the lead generation activities. It is way too easy for me to stick with the tasks that I am comfortable with and stay busy all day and completely neglect lead generation. But we can expect to growth if we are not actively working to bring new clients. And I'm going to be super honest with you, I never like sales, which is one of the reasons why I am not actively working as a real estate agent. That said, you still have to understand that, like any business, you'll need to engage in sales to some extent. But I can tell you that the rewards, which are freedom, growth, and the ability to shape your business exactly the way that you want, make it 100% worth it. Another challenge you might experience is that when you are starting out, managing one transaction or two might feel extremely easy. And if you're organized, you will be able to do it with no problems. But as your business grows, remember, the idea here is to handle volume. Having systems in place will make or break your success. So with the right tools and workflows, you can scale without sacrificing quality. Now let's talk about the TC tasks, the step-by-step process. For this, go ahead and watch this video right here.